right, y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I did one of these on the go. Yeah, it's been a minute since I did one at this time on the go. So I said, let me jump on here because let me see. There's a few things. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to talk about too much. You know, all these fight changes, man. Marcus, yeah, Marcus, yeah. Let the musical chairs begin, man. Let's see here. Using a different phone. Uh, Let me know if you can hear me. Using a different phone here, so get started here in a minute. Okay. Check this volume. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. You can hear me. All right. Yeah, man. So yeah, we got the musical chairs going on. Like I said, I was gonna talk about it yesterday, but I was just, only on here for like an hour or something. And then I was just looking back at all the news, man. I was like, wait a minute, man, what's going on here? All these different replacements, man. Like everything we want to see. Ashley Yoder is out of her fight as well with Vanessa Demopoulos, right? Oh wow. What's up, man? What's really up? I mean, this ain't even all of them. I mean, these are just like the three main ones I want to talk about, but I'm gonna bring them all up, I guess. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk, man, while I'm on the move here. Yeah, it's one of them things, man. Like I said, throughout this past year, injuries, uh, you know, the the 19 is taking people out of fights fast. Still hasn't gone anywhere yet, so we can keep expecting the same thing right now. Especially when a matchup is made about 2 to 3 months in advance. Shoot, even a month in advance. You know, when you hear about a fight coming up, we can't even get our hopes up anymore, right? Whoa. I thought Sam Hughes was fighting Pinheiro. Wait, did she switch it up, Marcus? Hold up. Did she switch it up? So Sam Hughes stepped in. I thought Sam Hughes. I mean, that's going to be a rematch of their LFA fight. So, I mean, I'll take that too. That'll be dope. That'll be dope. But I thought Sam Hughes was fighting Pinheiro. This is a last minute change. Yeah. Yeah, so let's talk here, man. That's 5 fights I'm counting right now, just off top. The three up here, and then of course, Aaron and Miranda got, they got their fight going on in another month. Then we got, like you said, Ashley Yoder out of her fight with Vanessa Demopoulos. So, yeah, a lot of changes down here on the bottom ranks, which is expected at this point, like I said. But the one I'm really looking forward to, the Lemos and Nina Ansaroff fight, is out. Is out. So let's go down the list. Let's start with the earliest fights here. Next weekend, November 20th, these two strawweight fights got switched up. Those musical chairs, bro. Loma Lookboonmee was going to take on Cheyenne Bays, but Cheyenne buys. Cheyenne Bays buys. Cheyenne Bays had to pull out due to a positive test. Right, she had to pull out due to a positive test. So Lupita Godinez is stepping in her place. And I actually like this. I actually like this matchup a little bit better. Um, I like this style matchup here with Lupi. Shout out to Lupita Godinez. She's been staying active. She's trying to get in another. She's trying to get in another fight. At the close of this year, it's been an active year for her. Because what is she right now? 0-2, right? Is she 0-2 or 1-2? I'm not looking at her record right now because I know she lost close decision to Jessica Benet. She lost a fight to Luana Carolina. Did she win another fight? I mean, yeah, did she come back and win a fight? Yeah, she did. Yeah. She got an arm bar, right? She got an arm bar earlier this year. So this is her fourth fight this year. So she's 1-2 right now in the UFC. So yeah, she's about to come back and get her next fight here, to close the year out. And I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. This is how you get the experience. This is how you stay on the map. This is how you get promotion. Not only that, like when I was looking at the Loma Lookboonmee versus Baez fight, I couldn't help but go with Loma. But this one here, man, this is shifting my gears right here, man. This is shifting me, man, because when I see Loopy fight, I see somebody that's on their way to being a complete fighter or well-rounded. Let's say well-rounded fighter for right now. I think Loopy's she's on her way to becoming a complete well-rounded fighter with these skills that she's showing. Good striking, like from the jump since I seen her in LFA. She's a good boxer, very good striking. But her wrestling, man, is crazy. Like she's very strong, like freakishly strong. For a strawweight. That's why she could compete at 125 because that wrestling and that clinch, against Luana Carolina, she's very tough, man. So I'm liking what I'm seeing out of her. Her activity. She wants to get better, and then the fact that like I said, she's trying to round it out with the fourth fight this year. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Stamina 1-2. Excuse me, who's that? Marcus. Yeah, Marcus said 1-2. What's going on, Stamina? Yeah, so it's really shifted my my pick towards early on towards Loopy because I think she has a little bit more to offer. Now I like Loma. Loma's a tough powerhouse when it comes to her Muay Thai. But I just think that to shut that Muay Thai down, Godinez has the wrestling. I mean, she can't be predictable with those, those level changes though. She can't be too wild with it because Loma could catch her with some kicks or some knees. And when she gets in the clinch, Loma is fierce. Like a lot of these fighters that like to get in the clinch and don't do anything, they can learn from Loma. Like Loma, like as soon as she clinches up with you, she's teeing off on you. So that's something that she would have to look at. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight, definitely, man. I think Cheyenne Bay, she had a chance, but just because I like her striking, but I don't think her footwork is sharp enough to stay away from some of those body kicks in the attack of Lookboonmee. I mean, it's still competitive. I mean, this is all battle of the unranks going on here, but I think Loopy has a little bit more to offer in this fight and has that ground game that could offset Loma, right? So yeah, that's a switch up. So Bays is out, Godinez is in versus Loma. Also on this card next Saturday, I think we got like 4 WMMA fights, right? We got Ketlin Vieira, Miesha Tate, JoJo and Taylor, Loopy and Loma, and now we got Luana and Sam Hughes. So Sam Hughes is stepping in for Jessica Benet. Jessica Benet, undisclosed reason. I don't know why she's out. Undisclosed reason. Did somebody say it was a positive test? I don't know. But the last I had seen, it just said that she was out for an undisclosed reason. So I'm thinking injury. The older you get, injuries come into play. So I don't think Jessica Benet would be really the type to pull out of a fight. On this level, she's in the top 15 now, right? I mean, by default. So I don't think it's a situation where she's trying to duck anybody. I mean, this is a lower level fight for her. She's fighting a contender series fighter. Pinheiro offers. I think Pinheiro offers. I won't say she offers a lot going into this fight because Benet has that experience, on the ground, and her striking, but she does get hit. She can get hit a lot, and I think Pinheiro does have fire in her hands. Pinheiro doesn't have the best striking, but she's really trying to develop it. which is good at this age. I mean, known as she's a judoka, yeah, right. She's got that judoka background, but as of lately, she's been trying to put them hands together. One thing I was looking at though, her inexperience on the inside. Randa Marcos was really pushing that dog on her, so that's one of the things I think that Jessica Benet could probably take advantage of. With her jiu-jitsu, and her ability to pressure in the clinch. But now that Benet is out, we got Sam Hughes stepping in, and Sam Hughes, I think that her striking is a little bit more polished than Pinheiro. I think she could control this fight from the outside. Excuse me. Sam Hughes, though, she's every fight she's been getting. Shout out to her. I mean, every fight she's been getting has been a short notice. When she took the Tisha Torres fight, she took it on 6 days' notice. Just to get her feet wet, and almost got a serious. Well, it wasn't too serious. An eye injury in that fight, which ended it. And that was a short notice fight. Her last one was a short notice with Loma Lookboonmee, because of the schedules kept changing on her. So, she's been having a tough one here when it comes down to actually getting a solid preparation for a fight. So I hope I'm pulling for Sam in this fight. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm pulling for Sam Hughes in this fight. I want to see her be able to go in there and execute, and hopefully moving forward, she can just stay on like a nice turnaround where she can get prepared for a fight. I think she has the skills to beat Luana Pinheiro. It's all about getting that early start, because she started to come back strong in that Loma Lookboonmee fight. She started getting comfortable with her jab in that third round and her kicks and her distance. And I think that's what she needs to do early in this fight with Pinheiro. I think her striking is better than Pinheiro. But, Pinheiro out to favor on the ground. And, in the clinch, I think it's 50-50. So this has her. Hughes has to pump that jab out. She needs to pump that jab out. I think that with her style, she kind of models, like an early rough Rose a little bit, so that would be something that she needs to capitalize off of, her striking, because that's the one thing I wanted to see back in LFA, her and Loopy fight, because I knew that would have been a good stand-up fight. And I remember when she fought Vanessa Demopoulos, she was piecing her up before, Vanessa got that submission win on her, so it's all about just, control and execution moving forward into this fight here with Pinheiro. Got to look to finish, in my opinion, because Pinheiro, they might be trying to give her a fight here. You know how it is. I think she's one of those fighters they're trying to hype up. That's just my opinion, though. So yeah, that's next Saturday. I'm looking forward to that one. Shout out to Sam. I want to see her pull it out. I want to see her pull out this, get her first victory in here. It's rough though when you take these short notice fights. Well, her and Loopy, they've been doing that, but that's how you got to get it right now. The UFC don't work out blueprints or game plans for these fighters. It's like you either in it or you're not. So it's on all of these fighters to get it. You know what I mean? It's on them to get it and make it work for them. Like Loopy is trying to make it work for her. She would say, I'm gonna go up to 125 and get it. If I can't get it, I'm gonna at least get the experience. The L's not gonna deter me. Sam has kind of been in the same boat. Short notice. So hey, you got to just get it, because at their level, you can't really say no to a fight and then not expect some type of repercussion for it. Especially on this lower level, they say, "Oh, you're expendable," so you got to get it whenever you can. All right. So yeah, what's going on, Lolita? I'm on the go, so I'm just doing this on the fly. Yeah, Panay out. Sam Hughes is in for Pinheiro. That was going down. All right. Then what do we got? December. Let's talk this one, man. December 18th. December 18th. Oh, boy. Nina Ansaroff is out. Angela Hill is in versus Amanda Lemos. for the card on December 18th, right? Yeah, December 18th. Man, first off, let me talk about how disappointed I am because, no, first of all, let me tell you, Nina Azrael pulled out undisclosed reasons. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what that means. I mean, I know no injury. Didn't say nothing about an injury. Didn't say anything about a positive test. So, y'all talk to me. What do you think, man? Nina Azrael said undisclosed reason. So, what does that mean? I mean, kind of knew that. I know some people felt that way, right? I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was just trying not to hope she wasn't going to pull out or do something like this. But oh man, I'm disappointed because this was a good fight for Amanda Lemos fighting her way up the rankings. Nina's what, number 7, number 6. This was her first top 10 fighter for Lemos, and I think she could have won it. It would have put her in a good position. Lemos is ready to test her skills. You know, she's been making food out of everybody that's been getting there with her. You know, first round finishes, submissions. It's time to test those skills, man. Like same as I said, my triple threat. You know, when they get to a certain level, and you beat maybe like 3 or 4 unranked fighters in a row, or if you beat the top 15, it's time to get that top 10, right? And Lemos has got the skills right now. Like, I don't know who really is touching her when it comes down to her discipline and striking. Like, her stand-up right now is looking better than any of the top 10, this side of Rose and Marina. Like, Marina and Rose, they've had proven skills for where they're at, right? You know, Rose is the champion, so her skills are proven with her striking, her stand-up. Marina, she's a number 2 right now, so her skills have taken her somewhere, and she's got the names on her resume. Yan Xiaonan is kind of up in the air because her stand-up didn't necessarily beat the elite fighters. As soon as she stepped in there with Carla, it got shut down. You can argue the Claudia, the Carolina she beat wasn't like top level anymore, but she's up there right now, right? And I think Amanda Lemos, in my opinion, I think her stand-up and her overall, I think just her overall ability as a fighter could take that spot from Yan Xiaonan easy. I think there's a lot more commitment to her style, and her ability to commit to, her control and her stand-up a little bit more so than Yan Xiaonan. She's got that ground game coming in as well. So, hey, Lemos needs that top 10, but, unfortunately, Nina Azrael took that from her. Lolita said, hold on, let me go back up here. So what are y'all thoughts? Okay. Lolita was up. Stamina says Sam Hughes walking in with weight on his shoulders already. Yeah, I hope she can show up too. I'm going for her, man, because, she's cool. Not just because I'm a fan of her. Well, yeah, I'm a fan of her, but also because, yeah, she's been getting dealt the short notice fights. It's time to get it. It's time to let that play in her favor. Lolita said, I'm looking forward to Lemos versus Hill and Lupita versus Loma. Nina isn't going to fight anymore. He said, take her out of the rankings. Nina Dunn ran away with her baby on a boat. Dang. And doing the paddling. They said they got to get out of that fight, huh? Dang, man. That's disappointing. Hold on, y'all. Let me see here. I'm losing my track. He said she jumped in the boat. Oh, man. Okay. This phone, hold on. I thought it was about to freeze up on me. Let me see here. There we go. Okay. Oh, you said Nunez told her not to fight Lemos. I mean, if you want to prolong your career, it might be a wise decision not to take on somebody like that, especially if you're not ready. Coming off a Dern loss, 2 years of inactivity, I don't know. I don't know. She would have been outclassed. Dang. Okay, Robert Henry, what's going on? Ernest Richard said Pinheiro is going to knock Sam out. I don't know about that. Who is she knocked out right now to make you say that? I mean, I need some info on how to back that up. That's what I'm just saying. I mean, I think the fight's gonna be competitive and close, but I don't think anybody. Now, if you said Lemos was gonna knock Nina Ansaroff out, I could see that. But I mean, what have you seen out of Pinheiro's hand game that's gonna make you think she can knock somebody out? That's what I just need to know. If the photo wasn't on the screen, you definitely would have. Ravioli said Randa was on her way to best in Pinheiro. That's what I thought. I mean, as soon as she put that dog on her in that clinch control, I saw Pinheiro a little bit lost in there. Now she was landing a couple punches just because Randa Marcos was on her. You know, she was open to be hit, but overall, I think she was getting controlled up in there, man. So I don't see anything in her where she's gonna get knocked out. Like, if anything, like I said, Sam Hughes has better striking. But yeah, Lemos, man, this is still a decent fight though. It's a decent fight because she's fighting somebody who can give her a different look. Let's talk about that. Angela Hill may not be a top 10 fighter at this point, or she never really was, but she still offers something. Angela Hill is tough, awkward, durable, unpredictable. All of those things that as a rising contender you have to test yourself against, right? Like, if you can't keep a cool head against an awkward fighter like Angela Hill and you lose, then there's a lot else has to get past, right? She's got to get past the ability to maybe go 3 rounds, right? Because the big shot might not be there. With Angela Hill's movement, the big punch might not be there, right? You got to be able to make an adjustment to Angela Hill's awkward style, avoid her punches, and break her down. Andrade, I like to mention that fight because that's where I seen Angela Hill like really really kind of show some awkwardness there that even Jessica Andrade couldn't get her hands on. Um, I think that Lemos is going to have those type of moments in that fight where if you chase the KO, you might fall behind. But then again, Amanda Lemos, I'm gonna give Lemos is not really a chaser when it comes to knocking people out. Like, Amanda Lemos is not Andrade, right? Amanda Lemos, she's not Andrade. Definitely not Andrade. She's more educated with her pressure. Like, the way she put the pressure on Souza, it was just too heavy. Like, it was too heavy for Souza, and Souza felt like she didn't have anything to counter back. She was always waiting for Lemos to do something instead of thinking about getting her offense going. And that's why she got dropped with the jab in that fight. And caught some of the big right hands. Like, she was just always stepping back, with her back to the fence. I think Angela Hill, for Lemos, she gonna have to try to apply that same pressure. But Angela Hill's always moving, man. Like, Angela Hill has been in, I won't say pound for pound has the best resume, but she definitely has a who's who on her resume. Everybody from Rose, Randa, Tisha, Michelle Waterson, yes, Michelle Waterson, Courtney Casey, Andrade. Um, yeah, she's fought a lot. Ashley Yoder, she's fought a lot of different styles. So Angela Hill going to this fight, even if you don't think she's gonna win, she's definitely created a way to survive in there. You know what I mean? She definitely created a way to survive and make it a tough fight for uh for I won't say for Lemos right now because we don't know, but for for fighters that want to get in there with her, you know what I mean? Whoever it is in her most recent years. So that's what's making this fight a different look. Like Nina Ansaroff is a little bit more stationary, and Nina Ansaroff doesn't hit as hard, in my opinion. I think Nina Ansaroff has some good leg kicks, and she has some decent straight punches. But I think that style played into Amanda Lemos a little bit more, in my opinion. I think that style played in for Amanda Lemos to land big and break her down easy. But Angela Hill, like I said, though she's not top 10 material, she does offer something that could either expose Amanda Lemos. That's what people are going to say. Like, they're going to say, oh, she exposed Amanda Lemos if Amanda goes 3 rounds and loses a round and looks gassed at any point. So it's got to be, hold on real quick, y'all. So for Amanda Lemos, it's got to be it has to be a showstopper. It has to be a fight where she can go in there and dominate Angela Hill and leave no questions. Because you can't go in there and win a decision against somebody that's ranked lower than Nina Ansaroff, right? Like, you can't go in there. What is she right now? Number 12? Angela Hill's like number 12 or number 13. Yeah, something like that. She's not in the top 10. So if you go in there and don't look stellar for somebody we're building up, people are going to start talking. People were starting to say that about Manon Fiorot when her win on Mayra Bueno Silva. I still think it was dominant. Now, if Amanda Lemos dominates for 3 rounds and she just beats Angela Hill up for 3 rounds and can't get her out of there, that would still be impressive. Because, you got to give Angela Hill credit with her chin and her movement. Like, Angela Hill knows how to roll with punches a lot. Like, she knows how to dip out, come over the top with her own right hand, and she knows how to use her legs. She can kind of gas towards the mid part of a fight, but she can be in survival mode. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Angela Hill knows how to move. Like, you really can't finish Angela Hill with a punch because the way she moves. You can submit her. So that might be another option for Lemos, getting this fight to the ground and then eventually trying to choke her out. Randa done it. Rose done it. Carla did it way back. That was like on the Tough House show whenever Angela Hill didn't even have but one dang on fight on her resume. So she can't be submitted because her ground game's never really been the best. So yeah, we'll see, man. I'm still looking forward to Amanda Lemos going here, putting on a show. If she can smash, Lolita said she'll smash you. If she can smash this type of fighter, then I'm definitely putting more stock into it. I know you're gonna say Angela Hill's lower, but no, Angela offers something. Angela offers something to the table here, man. Stamina said Hill is a story fighter, even if not outright credible. She's been around long enough for her name to be something at least. Lemos can benefit from that. Yeah, she'll benefit from it for sure. And in the fashion she beats her is going to really build her stock up. The fashion she beats her is really going to build her stock up because nobody really just smashes it. Like I said, Andrade couldn't even smash Hill. So if she goes in there and beats her, yeah, and looks good, I give her credit. All the credit, man. She can't help it. But shout out to Angela Hill first off, man, because Nina Ansaroff pulled out of the fight, but Angela Hill said, look, I got this. Let's look at Angela Hill's resume. I'm not going to pull it up physically right now, but when has Angela Hill ever ducked anybody? The girl fought 4 times during the pandemic. She wasn't even ducking the seat. She wasn't even ducking the 19, y'all. You know what I mean? So Angela Hill gets a lot of credit for me when it comes to her guts. This girl ain't even ducking the pandemic. She said, look, I'm going to stay busy. I'm going to fight 4 times in 2020. Shoot, I'll fight. She was like, I want Tisha Torres. I want Amanda Ebos. So, fortunately, she didn't get that fight. But, hey, right? Yeah, Marcus. Angela Hill is very durable. Very, very durable. And, she's strong, man. She's strong. You can see it in her body. very tough. She just never packed the power. Like, that's something else I'm going to talk about real quick. Like, Lemos, the only way you can get respect from Lemos is if you can hurt her. Like, I don't think Angela Hill can hurt her. I don't think you can really hurt her, man. Like, Angela Hill doesn't have the pop to hurt her. Like, so that right there is going to be that's going to be a minus against her right there. That's a minus against her. So if you can't get the respect from Amanda Lemos, it's almost hate to say it's almost a wrap, but it is. Yeah, that's the closest you can get to finisher, man. Like I said, that's the closest thing you can get to finisher, man. If you get her down, you can submit her, but you ain't really going to knock Angela Hill out. I mean, if Lemos becomes the first to do that, then boom, we got to give Amanda Lemos credit. And then believe me, you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more strawweights ducking her. That's why I asked that question the other day. Like, do you think she's a boogie woman? I'm like, to a certain extent, I think she is, because she's in the middle. Not too many high-ranked fighters want to fight her because there's more risk and less reward there, right? But I think eventually, when she's like number 2 or number 3, fighters will have no choice but to fight her. Yeah, Dana's got to pay attention. Yeah, Robert Henry said, I think that Angela Hill will likely lose this fight, but I will survive. She did survive against fighters I expect her to fall apart. Lemos may be able to wear her down. Yeah, like, if she wants to finish, it's going to have to be on the ground, I think, man, because Angela Hill does a lot of movement in the first 2 rounds. But again, like, if Lemos's stand up and her, like, Floyd Mayweather type effective pressure can be a factor here, then you might see Angela Hill get stopped. Like, if you go to Angela Hill's body in the first round or so, and you start using your timing and you line up them right hands and keep her on the back foot, because I know Angela Hill's going to be on the back foot early. Like, she's going to show that respect. She don't want to get hit. Like, Angela Hill want to counter and move, but it's going to be up to Lemos to close that gap. Like, anybody can get knocked out, but I don't see Hill landing like any big counters to knock Lemos off balance. So Lemos bigger too. She fought at 135. So I think Lemos is going to be in a good place if she wants to test out, like, her skills to stalk and walk. Bruno said, is Lemos a rising star? I won't say star. Lemos can throw her power going backwards. Yeah, she's a good power puncher on the back foot. Good check left hook too, man. Bruno, is she a rising star? I don't know if she's like a star. I mean, she's definitely a rising contender, in my opinion. Like, she has more potential to be a champion than a star right now, because, like, I don't think a lot of people know who she is when it comes to stardom. And let's be real, breaking over into the U.S., she doesn't really speak English either. So I don't see, like, star there, like Wei Li, with the whole country behind her. But when it comes down to champion or contender, I see that. There's a difference. There's a big difference in star and champion, because Amanda Nunes is a double champion, one of the greatest fighters of all time, but she's not like a superstar, right? But if you mean rising star, like, yeah, potential contender champion, yeah, she's that. Bruno said, yeah, man, I'm taking a glance every now and then when I stop. But yeah, thanks for thinking of my safety. But I'm good, man. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for thinking of my safety there. Lemos is a star. She's being held back. Okay, Pine K say, why need to pull out? Undisclosed reason. Undisclosed reason. Undisclosed. Basically, Nina said, none of your business. Nobody gets to know. Yeah, so yeah, these are the three major changes that really kind of had me like, oh man, like still good fights. Like I'm glad Sam Hughes got a fight, and I hope she can get a big win over Luana Pinheiro. That's gonna be a good one for her if she can get it. Loopy and Loma, that's a good matchup. I don't know about y'all, but that, man, that's Muay Thai fighter versus I'd say Loopy's kind of like a freestyle fighter to me. I mean, we see her wrestling, but I've been seeing her box in the LFA. You know, her boxing and striking is on point, and she can switch levels. So that's like freestyle fighter versus Muay Thai fighter right there. Man, I'm just thinking of Loopy and her wrestling, like how that's gonna come into play, and like what's Loma gonna do, man? That's a good fight. Then Lemos Hill, it's not a bad fight. It's definitely a good fight. You know, and I think Lemos is gonna bring in some pent up energy. So Angela Hill better be Angela Hill better be she better beware. Angela Hill better beware because Amanda Lemos might be pissed off that she ain't getting the top 10 opponent, and her original opponent pulled out. So she gonna take that out on somebody. Yeah, bro. I'm just kind of glancing every now and then in the chat, but yeah, I'm just kind of, yeah, Hill got to be careful, y'all. Hill has got to be careful because Lemos is gonna take this out on her. She be like, oh man, I get my top 10 opponent. I got to go in here and destroy, and put somebody in a position where I get it. If she can destroy Angela Hill, I think she gets Yan Xiaonan next. I think so, man. She either gets Yan Xiaonan or Tisha. No, let me see. Yan is like number 3 and number 4 or something like that, right? Shoot, why not? They did it to Macy Barber, right? They shot Macy Barber up there, and I think Amanda Lemos got a lot of experience. So I want to see Amanda Lemos up in there with Yan Xiaonan next. If she beats Angela Hill, that's what I want. I don't know about y'all. That's what the heck I want. That is the fight I want next for Lemos, man. All right, now I'm stopping. I can read some comments here. Hold on. Wait a minute. What else? Okay, Marcus said. Okay, another one. Marcus said Ashley Yoder is out of her fight with Vanessa Demopoulos, right? What's the reason why? Anybody know? When was that fight taking place? Is that November 2 or is that December? Hold on. Let me add that to the list here real quick. All right, let me pull this thing up. Ashley. Yeah, Lolita said Lemos is a star. She's being held back. She has a potential. I ain't gonna lie. Like, she got the potential to be a star because her style is exciting. I like her. You know, she's not a trash talker. I send her messages, you know, for what she can see, you know, and understand. And you know, she always responds. You know, Amanda Lemos does. So I like her. You know, she seems cool. I don't know, most Brazilian fighters, when you hit them up, for me, they always respond. You know, I like Marina. You know, she responds to me. Marina Rodriguez responds. Amanda Lemos does. Poliana Bateo does. Amanda Ebos does. So, you know, I ride with them fighters. Yeah, for sure. Who else? I'm missing somebody. Yeah, but for the most part, yeah, I hit them up, you know, behind the scenes. Yeah. I mean, if I ever try to do an interview, man, I need to I mean, yeah, it's not tough to get a translator. I mean, you know, like I'd probably be better off doing the Google translating on the phone, because some of these translators now, they don't they don't know, man. They don't know what fighters be saying. Marcus said, If Lemos knocks out Hill, then those rankings need to kick Nina out and put Lemos in. Yeah, I think kick Nina out the top 10 because she lost. She was out for 2 years. She lost to Dern, so put her out of the top 10, and then put Lemos in. Bruno said, "How many wins until Lemos fights a top tier fighter?" I think if she beats Angela Hill, she needs to either fight Tisha or Yan Xiaonan. Like, I know that's some space in between them, but either one of those, man, like whoever wants it. Lolita said Lemos is a problem for everyone. Yeah, I think style-wise, she's a problem. She's a problem. And yeah, she's definitely another good addition to this strawweight division. Stamina, there's levels to this. You got your division champion. Below them are your contenders. Below are your prospects, and below those are the participants. Yeah. Well, you know how I do mine on my channel. I always call it my elites, my second tier, third tier, and fourth tier, and so on. You know, A, B, and C levels. A, B, C, and D levels. D is basically your unranked and, you know, your fighters that lose a lot and so on. Podcast to D thing, Amanda Nunes retiring soon. I see her retiring before Valentina. Let me put it that way. I see Nunes retiring before Valentina. She'll probably be the first champion to retire, even before Rose. Like, you know, Rose is 29, 30. You'll see her for a little while longer, but I think Amanda Nunes is about done. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm gonna do a video talking about Roxanne too, man. Roxanne, for somebody that doesn't do interviews, you know, she gave an interesting interview with Ariel Helwani. You know what I mean? Like, talking about her brain health and everything, man. You know, the sparring and the headaches she's been getting. So why she's about to quit. So I want to talk about that, man. I'm gonna go back and talk about that for sure. Marcus said if the ref didn't step in on Conejo against Lemos, chances are Conejo would have been buried. Yeah, I was like it was premature, but but when I went back and revisited, I said no, the referee did right because, you know, Lemos. I never got a chance to go back and talk about this, but yeah, whenever Lemos landed that right hand, I was like, man, that's it. I don't care if she did roll over and get back up at that point. Lemos probably would have destroyed her, man. Because Conejo didn't have a style that said slow down. You know, Conejo does not know how to slow down. Stamina said if Hill does her usual thing of staying in the pocket, taking pitches, a feather duster strikers. Oh, yeah, Stamina, that's a good point. You see what Stamina said? That's a good point. If Hill tries to stay in the pocket with them light punches, she's gonna get slumped. She will. Like, see, when she fought fighters like Andrade, they didn't know how to swing like that and connect on her as she rolled. But you messing with somebody who's calculated. Lemos is very calculated and powerful. Yeah, Lemos is kind of in that boat like Manon Firo. You know, they're ready to go. They're hungry. Like, I think when you let age play in there and age and hunger and like the level show early, I think you can advance some fighters. Like, some fighters like Macy Barber, so young, 23, 22, and they talk all this junk that they want to be champion, but it's not showing in the skill set. You have to pump the brakes on them. But like Amanda Lemos, she's out here dominating, and, you know, she's older, she's mature. I think she deserves to be pushed faster. You know what I mean? Like, she's ready for it. Like, she's ready to be pushed fast. Like, at 34 years old, it's time to get it. It's time for her to get it, right? Yeah, let me go back to that. All right, so last fight real quick. Ashley Yoder is out of her fight with Vanessa Demopoulos. Like Marcus said right there. Ashley Yoder is out versus Vanessa Demopoulos on January 15th. So Silvana Juarez is stepping in. Silvana Juarez is the fighter that lost to Lupita Godinez, right? Yeah. So, high five. What's going on? It's morning over there. Okay. So Vanessa is taking on Savannah Juarez. Let's see why Ashley Yoder pulled out. Injury. Must be a serious injury because, she's still got a couple months to go. All right. Yeah. Vanessa Demopoulos will have a new opponent for her second UFC fight. As y'all know, her first UFC fight, she lost to JJ Aldridge. I was just adding that in there. Savannah Juarez be stepping in for Yoder January 15th. Yeah, Savannah Juarez was from the Contender Show, right? Let me see. And Lupita Godinez finished her in 1 round. She got some experience, too. I think, Savannah Juarez. Yeah, okay, yeah, she's 10-3. Yeah, I know I've seen her before. But Lupi went in there and destroyed. Like, Lupi put the pressure on her. She put that mauling on her, and she went in there and submitted her. As y'all know, Ashley Yoder had just signed Ashley Yoder's not going anywhere either. She just signed a 4-fight contract. So she's got an injury, but she'll be back in there. As far as how this fight goes, I'm not sure. Well, I'll lean more towards Vanessa in this one. I think Vanessa Demopoulos is another wrestler here that has that ability to, take fighters down and just submit them. She's very good on the ground. Like, her defense isn't the best and her striking isn't the best, but if she can close distance on Juarez early, you can see her getting the submission win. Like, as of lately, Vanessa kind of got exposed with some of her well, I won't say some, but she's been getting exposed a little bit with her inability to move her head really and strike. That's why she got marked up in her last few fights. Sam Hughes did. Godinez marked her up. Of course, they went back and forth. JJ Aldridge, she was landing good punches on her. Corey McKenna did in that Contender Series fight, right? So that's something she's been working on. We'll see how far along it's come. But I think if she closes distance on Juarez and does what Lupi does, it'll be a submission win for her. She's physically strong, good grappling, and she's very flexible on the ground. Well, Vanessa Demopoulos, she's very flexible. She's athletic, especially for her, others. What else she does, She was a dancer, right? High Five said, I know why Lemos is giving a long stretch climbing up the ladder. Yeah, they need to push her a little bit faster now. Like, I mean, these fighters are going to keep pulling out, but it's, she's 34 and the clock is ticking, man. Stamina said the week after Hansen, Jazzy Vicious, up it. Yeah. That's kind of a toss-up fight to me. Kay Hansen versus Jazzy. I saw some good things in Jazzy's fight, but I see her get hit a lot too as well, like on the underground circuit, like some of the fights she was coming into. So that was a tough call. Amanda Lemos is fighting December 18th. So whatever that event is on December 18th. I think it's 198 or something like that. Is it fight? It's a fight night event, right? Yeah, she's fighting at UFC Vegas 45. High five. UFC isn't rushing to find another potential contender, but I understand Lemos is 34 and she hasn't much time. Yeah. Man, you give Amanda Lemos 2 more fights, she's ready for Weili. I tell you that right now because if you look at Weili's fights too, like Weili fought Danielle Taylor, Jessica Aguilar, and Tisha Torres, right? And maybe one other fight, right? She fought those 3 fighters before she got in there for a title shot against Andrade, right? So if Lemos goes in here beats Angela Hill, and maybe like one more fighter like Yan Xiaonan or even Claudia Gadelha or Tisha Torres, if she beats like 2 out of 3 of those fighters, she's ready for at least a Wei Li fight to get her towards a title shot. That's what I think. Yeah, Kay Hansen fights back and forth, Australia. She fights like when she was Invicta, she would fight from 115 to she fight 115, 125. I think though as she's getting a little bit older, she's well, she's not old, but you know what I mean? Like she was 18 when she first started fighting, so she was at 115. Now that she's like 22, 23, she's, starting to fight at 125 more. So why is UFC feeding Angela to Lemos? Claudia's the right fight. Claudia's still out. I don't know why she's out. I don't know if it's a medical reason right now. Could be medical reason. So we'll see. Stamina said getting hit a lot shouldn't be a concern for Jazzy because Kay ain't got paws like that. I don't know about that. Like, Kay's got hands. Like, I won't say she has hands like technique wise, but she'll land. She'll land. Like, if you go back and look at some of her fights, like if you stand in front of her, she'll hit you. Like when Kay Hansen fought Jinyu Fry, it wasn't about how she was executing, but if you stand in front of her, she'll touch you. And that's my point. Jazzy stands in front of her opponent sometimes and she'll get hit. So if you give Kay Hansen a target, she's got hands, right? But she's not gonna go out like stalking you and chasing you down and landing. Like Jinyu Fry was picking her apart before she got submitted by Kay Hansen, right? But if you stand in front of Kay, she will hit you. Like, go back and look at some of her old fights. Yeah, she'll hit you. Her footwork's not the best. That's what it is. But like, if you stand in front, you will start going into an exchange with her. Lolita says she lost to fire. Yeah, it's about time for her to. I think the same way we saying Joanna has to go, she's got to go, right? So we'll see. All right. I'm about to get up out of here. Got business to take care of. I know that the prelims for Bellator starts at 7 p.m. on the YouTube channel for Bellator, so I'll have that playing. So yeah, YouTube, Bellator's YouTube channel. Prelims start at 7 p.m. It's starting another hour, so I'll have that playing tonight. LFA starts at like 10 o'clock. Bellator is at 10 o'clock tonight. So it's a bunch of fights, Bunch of fights. Yeah, there's a lot of Brazilians here at 115 and 125. Yeah. Loveth is fighting on the LFA card tonight. She's the main event. Loveth Young, is on the main event at 10 p.m. tonight. Strawweight title. Yeah. High Five said Angela is hungry for attention and money, but not the belt. Yeah, and I mean that'll keep her at a certain level. I mean, there's certain fighters that just have a level. Like Priscilla Cachoeira is just an exciting fighter. Will she ever touch the belt? No. But she can still put on good fights. Molly McCann's in that same situation, puts on great fights, exciting fights. Some of them are just so far down the ranking, they're still good fighters to keep around because they're good tests and they're good entertainment. Like Angela Hill, I don't see any reason to cut her right now. She's still good. She's still good to go as far as bringing entertainment and answering the call. Lolita said main event. That is one heavy duty chick. Yeah. Main event, yo. Yeah, Marks. Yeah, she did enough to win an Invicta belt. Yeah. All right, y'all. But I'm going to get up out of here. I will catch y'all Monday. And yeah, we'll talk more after these fights. I mean, we got like, let me see, Bellator. We got 11 WMMA fights. between Bellator, LFA, and UFC. So enjoy the fights, y'all. Yeah, 3 on UFC's card, 4 on Bellator and LFA. So yeah, good stuff going on this weekend, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. Like I said, hit the thumbs up. I always keep doing these. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like always, Combo Breaking 99. I am out. Subscribe, peace. Yeah, do what Robert said. To hit that like button on your way out. Shout out to the Savage. Where's the Savage at, y'all? I'm out, y'all. Peace.